Real Talk Dots Full Miners 21 has officially been released. Shout out to the Core 4 Scout Scoops. You guys have done it. So in this video, we're just going to go through the top 10 in the MLB first player draft. So let's get into it. Torkelson. So here's Heston. This is the second overall pick in the draft, guys, coming out of Arkansas. Big power bat. Coming out of Texas. So, it looks interesting. He's at B potential. So I think he's struggled a little bit this far, but still here in AAA. Okay, here he is, third overall pick, AA. So he's got some good A potential, 4 pitch mix. He's gonna be pretty solid. So Asa Lacy comes out of Texas A&M. I thought they did a pretty good job with him. The thing that's a killer with him is the 77-mile-an-hour curveball, right? Versus the 94-mile-an-hour fastball coming from a lefty. Only the 4-seam though, so no 2-seam. So I thought that was interesting. This is one of the more exciting drafted players based off being a shortstop, being a position player. They did pretty good. I thought they did a pretty good job with his face scan too. He was drafted 5th overall here in AA. Pretty good all-around player with some high-level speed, A potential. I think he's gonna be cool here in the Blue Jays organization. I don't know how long he'll play short though versus playing outfield, but definitely the highest taken shortstop of the draft. Torkelson play third base. Okay, so on to the next pick. This is M's guy. This is another reason why I'm like, man, I gotta probably be the Mariners for my franchise. I've got to change my team and pick them. Is Emerson Hancock. So this was the 6th overall pick for the M's, coming out of Georgia. Dude is a stud. Look at the velo already. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Big frame, 6'4". I mean, they already got him in AAA in the game. Okay, so after that, we've got Nick Gonzalez, another shortstop. This is second shortstop taken off the board. We're not going to look at every single pick. I just want to look at the top 10. Here we go. Nick Gonzalez, playing Pirates. Looks like he's at AAA here. Yeah, there's a lot of hype around Gonzalez. I'm actually surprised he didn't go higher. He was Cape Cod MVP. I remember that, and so there's a lot of hype around him. So let's jump into the outfield now. And I think we want Robert Hassell. There is Robert Hassell III. This was, I think, the second outfielder taken on the board, coming out of Tennessee. This is a high school guy too. So I think, yeah, so Torkelson was Arizona State. Heston was Arkansas. Then you had Minnesota, Texas A&M, Vandy. So interesting. So second outfielder, and then it's the first high school player. So that's why you get the 18 years old. And as an 18-year-old, dude is a beast. 6'2", lefty. He's already got elite speed. Let's call it 75, 80 speed already. Like gonna definitely get up there. His hot and cold zones are something else though. Like look at this. Look how bad. Look at his left and right zone. Literally all blue. Moving on to the 9th pick. It was Veen, another high school outfielder, outfield guy. Says he's primary right fielder, but he can play pretty much everything else. 19 years old, out of Florida, like I said, high school guy. Now, the only thing about this is his tendency is opposite. As you guys know, that doesn't fare very well in the show. Okay, a few other guys, Garrett Crochet. He's, with the 11th pick last year, he's already a top prospect. We already looked at him. Reed Detmers, we haven't taken a look at, left-handed pitcher. There's obviously a lot of good players, but those were the top 10. Okay, so just to show you the power of some of these prospects, we are now looking at 2027. We are now, 6 years into the future. Just want to show you how it's going. We're going to check back in with these 10 prospects. Okay, so Torkelson is still a Tiger, so he has not been traded. He's 86 overall, 27 years old here in the big leagues. So let's take a look at the stats. So looks like, in 2021, he got called up. He played a little bit of time, but then after that, he basically was an everyday starter. 2022 onward. Looking at OPS, he's been a pretty average player, 700 OPS, a little bit above average. He's 27. You'd hope that he would have got up his potential by now as the first overall pick. Okay, take a look at Heston Kierstad. So as you know, he had that B potential, starting in right. Still a Pirate as well, the team that drafted him. And he's got 87 contact first righty. He looks like he didn't get his first time into the league until 2024 at 267, 264. Looks like he's been also, similar to Torkelson, middle 700 OPS guy, and then 2025. But it looks like they brought someone in 2026, and he lost the starting job. But he is 28, and only 80 overall. Oof. Next up, Max Meyer, 76 overall at 28 years old. Here's a starting pitcher. He's going down too in OVR with A potential. He must not be performing. Okay, so he hasn't played in the league at all yet. This is his first year. Once again, as the third overall pick at 28 years old, you're hoping that this guy is higher than a 76. I would say the top three guys, maybe Torkelson is okay. He's still a little bit on track, but maybe a little bit behind track. But these are kind of bust picks so far. Okay, taking a look at Asa Lacy. Now, here we go. 85 overall. He's 27. He's looking to be pretty good. He's got a lot of playing time under his belt. Look at this. 2022 to 2027, where we're in now. He's been on the bump. He started 32 games after the year after his rookie season. His ERA, the career ERA, 5.68. That's not too hot. His overall is getting up there. His stats are looking good, but performance-wise, he hasn't done that great. All right, Austin Martin, not as good as Bo Bichette. Still a potential, but he's only 81 overall. It's interesting. The guys are not reaching their potential before they hit 30. That's a big difference from previous years. Looks like he's platoon in 24. He's been essentially platoon every year, and it looks like finally he might be the guy now that Bo Bichette is on a new team. Not what you want to see out of your first round guy as he's hitting 28 years of age. Here's where the good stuff comes in. The steal of the draft. And I think I called it. Of course, I'm an Ends fan too. Emerson Hancock, 27 years old, 90 overall here in the big leagues. This is what you love to see. He's been pitching. Man, he got called up in 2021, started 24 games. Literally, he's got 30 plus starts every year. And what is he doing for quality starts? I mean, he's 17, 15, 16. So literally 60% of those starts are quality starts too. And his WAR has been hovering at 3. Pretty solid, very good production, out of our man Hancock. 90 overall. Attributes wise, still throwing gas. Got a good mix. Those K per 9s at 91. This is probably the best pick so far at 6 in the draft by the M's. Okay, our man Nick Gonzalez, 84 overall, second base at 27. Pretty middle of the road stats. You'd hope they would be a little bit better at this age in his career. Looks like he played a little bit in 2022 platoon, but then for some reason did not play in 23. Came back in 24 on upward, almost starting every game. Looks like here in 2026 was kind of the everyday guy, but he only hit 2024, and so he struggled at the plate. 126 strikeouts in one season. Whew, that is rough. You want to see more out of the one of the first infielders taken in the entire draft. All right, Robert Hassell. Looks like he's on the M's too. I actually don't remember exactly how that happened in the trade from the Padres, but he's at 81 overall. And he's only 24. Remember, he was the first high school guy. So big difference here. Same amount of time as the college guys, the first 7 picks. But drastic difference in age, about 3-4 years, and about the same overall. So once again, and that'll be the show, getting the youngest guys as possible, especially if they're A's, they're going to reach that full potential before they get to 30. Whereas if they're in that 22 to 24 range, they're probably not. They're probably barely going to get it for a year or two. But here's Hassell. Looks like he got some time, 2023, 2024. The Padres, just really a bench guy. Then he went to Seattle. Hasn't got much playing time, but is off the bench here. If you look here, his cold zones are exactly the same as they were when he was drafted. That's concerning. How are you cold right down the middle of the plate versus left? But his stats are great. Stats are good. 81 overall, 24-year-olds. He's probably going to get up to 90 here in a couple of years. Okay, the 9th pick, Zach Veen, 77 overall, the age of 25. Essentially, Gaz, no playing time other than 2023, where he did play 68 games in right. What a great year for him, and then he hasn't played since. But, you know, good hitter, you know, off the bat. 25, he'll probably get up to, you know, mid 80s. And the 10th pick, Reed Detmers. Now not on the Angels anymore. Now on the Rangers. 84 overall. He's 27. He's been playing the last 3 years. Started 11 quality starts, so about 30 to 40% there, and WAR of almost 2. So you know, Detmers is he's had a pretty good you know, a little early career. He is kind of getting older though. It sucks to see. 27, only 84 overall. You hope you would be you know, 90s with that 90 potential. All right, so that's going to do it. Those are the 10 prospects from 2020, top 10 draft picks from 2020, and you see how they pan out too. You know, 6 years into the future, really, you know, it's a shame that some of them are not going to get their full potential. We might come back around and continue to simulate, and you know, their entire careers to see who had the best career out of that class. But maybe we'll do that in a future video. So thanks so much for watching today. Until the next one, we'll see ya.